What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy with EOAlive Sports, and today I'm joined by EOU baseball player Alex Farnsworth. Alex, how are you?
Good, how are you?
So, what year are you in college?
So I'm a junior here.
Eligibility-wise, too?
So eligibility-wise, I'm a sophomore because I redshirted my freshman year.
Okay, so you technically have 2 more years left after this.
After this year, yeah.
What positions do you play?
I'm a pitcher only.
Oh, you are? You're a PO?
Yep, PO.
Same. I was too. I got one at bat my whole college career, and he made me sack bunt, and it was in fall ball. I was so mad, dude. I was mad. I didn't talk to him for a week after that. I got one at bat my whole college career, and he made me throw down a sack. So I don't have an at bat. Like officially, I mean, I got the bunt down, moved the runner over. That's one of the things me and Tread talked about is one of your guys' rewards is pitchers getting to take a little BP.
Yeah, throw a shutout, pitcher BP coming up. Yeah.
You got to throw a shutout.
Yeah, so we got one already this year. So
you do.
We have pitcher BP incoming. We don't know when, but we will get it.
So that means that everybody else is out there shagging. You guys get to hit live.
Yeah, we get to trade positions for once.
Yeah,
we get to go
out
and hit. Well, they get to go shag all our baseballs.
Which is opposite during the regular season. Pitchers are spending their time. You know, you do your workouts, you throw your pins, but you spend a lot of time shagging, doing drills covering first base.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lot of catch play, arm care, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, arm care wasn't near as prevalent when I was your age as it is now. But I feel like, and I hate to say this, but I feel like we were a little tougher. I mean, I didn't have any limit on the innings I pitched. My senior year in high school, I mean, if I had sometimes 2 days rest coming off after throwing 7 innings, I'd come right back. There was games, I remember a game against Pendleton where I threw 8 innings, shut him out. It was 0-0 after 7. We went into the 8th. We ended up winning. And I threw like 140 pitches. And there was and nowadays my son's a pitcher too, so I pay attention. There's very strict pitch count.
Especially in the high school level, like there's like certain days rest for pitches.
Based on how many pitches you've thrown.
Yeah.
Is that the same in college?
So no, it's on like the coach's discretion. He gets to determine whether or not you can go in. There's no like set pitch counts.
But there's a standard.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, obviously the coaches are always talking to the players. How do you feel every inning? Make sure they're good because we're just trying to prevent all the injuries we can, stay healthy as long as we can. But so it's just like, when you get over 100 pitches as like a starter, it's like, okay, you kind of got to watch him now.
Of course.
Kind of probably towards the end of his outing, get someone going in the bullpen, get that going. But and then some guys can turn around faster. If they can throw 20 pitches and then the next day go back out and throw again. So it all just depends. It's like player to player. And
body type, how good a shape your arms in.
We kind of build that in the fall where the coach knows, okay, this guy can do this guy not so much. This guy needs more time to recover. So we just kind of go through that.
It's changed in Major League Baseball too quite a bit. Back in the old days, you'd see the guys like Bob Gibson, Nolan Ryan throwing, 400, close to 400 innings. Now, if a guy throws a shutout, it's rare.
Yeah.
A one-person shutout is like completely rare in Major League Baseball, and it's all about arm preservation.
You get to go back and look at the stats from like Nolan Ryan, and his stats are just insane. And I was like, how did he do that?
Because he threw so many innings.
Yeah,
I mean, really. It's just the way the game's progressed. It's just they've realized that preserving the arm is more important because otherwise like you end up, with Ohtani this year. You know what I mean? He's out. He's not pitching at all because his arm. I'm sure he got overworked as a kid. I mean, and that carries over.
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Where'd you come from, and how'd you end up at EOU?
So I went to Lapine High School, and I grew up there my whole life. And I ended up at EOU because my brother. He transferred. He went down out of high school. He went to Feather River College down in California. And then he transferred to EOU, and it was just like it was a good fit. I was able to come here, play another year of baseball with my brother, so that was something special.
Awesome, yeah.
And then EOU is a great fit for me. It's a kind of a smaller college for a university, and then it's like surrounded by great outdoors, which is my lifestyle outside of sports.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So it just was a perfect fit.
What do you like to do outdoors?
Big hunting, fishing. That's my thing.
There's a lot of baseball players at EOU that are into the
hunting. A lot of hunting guys.
I see a lot of pictures on social media.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So as far as sports in high school, what other sports did you play?
I was baseball, basketball.
Baseball and basketball. Nothing in the fall.
No, For football, I was always, I didn't want to get hurt because I enjoyed my other sports too much.
I don't blame you.
It just was like, it wasn't worth it. That, and then fall was hunting season. And so I kind of chose hunting over a fall sport. So it just worked out better for me that way.
100%. I played football my freshman year and my senior year. And I didn't play my sophomore and junior year because I didn't want to get hurt. I was a good baseball player. I knew I had a chance to play at the next level. Yeah. And I wanted to preserve my body. So I played basketball and baseball as well. Yeah. And then my senior year, all my buddies played football, and they're like, "Dude, we need you. Like you're 6'5", 235 pounds. We need you."
Yeah.
And so I played, and I mean, I enjoyed it. I like football. I just didn't want to get hurt as well. It was like, football's tough on the
risk reward for me just wasn't there. Like, it just wasn't worth going out and putting my body at risk because I was one of our better guys for basketball, and then baseball. I knew that's probably where I was gonna make my career out after high school, and so I was just like, it just wasn't worth it for me.
What are you going to school for?
My major is ecological biology.
What do you want to do? What do you want to be?
Probably getting in with ODFW and population management and just kind of control populations of different species.
We had we do a live morning show here at EOAlive, and we had the guy for this area on the show a few weeks ago talking about wolves and the elk population in the valley.
That's really interesting.
There's a lot more elk in this valley than there ever was when I was a kid. Like a lot more coming down. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's awesome to be able to drive from town and just see just hundreds of elk off the side of the road.
It's always been like that, but not as much. I mean, there's a lot more now, and there never used to be pronghorn in this valley either.
Yeah, and you can see them almost every day.
All the time. Yeah, it's crazy how much it's changed. As far as baseball wise, who's your guy? Like, who do you emulate?
I don't know if I had a specific guy that I emulated. So my brother and my dad were both left-handed pitchers.
Oh, my son's a lefty too.
And so I grew up, and then I watched Clayton Kershaw a lot because left-handed, and that was when he was dealing, and so I kind of followed him, but I couldn't really emulate him because I'm not left-handed.
Right-handed.
So I didn't have that, but I didn't really have someone that I followed specifically all the time, but I just kind of to watch it and just kind of do my own thing.
What pitches do you throw?
Fastball, curveball. I got a slider this year, and then a changeup.
So I threw fastball, curveball, slider, splitter. Yeah, splitter was my out pitch. I never learned a changeup, but my son, I coached him from the time he was 5 through middle school, and I never taught him a curveball. All he throws is he's left-handed. His ball runs away naturally from righties, and all he throws is a circle change, and it kind of dips in.
Yeah.
And he's been effective with just 2 pitches. I mean,
you can, especially when you're growing up, getting older. That's all it takes. If you can locate, that's all it's going to take.
Why'd you add the slider?
That was one of Tread's recommendations for my off season, something that he thought would benefit me based off of my fastball profile and all that. And he was right. It's working very well for me. So it just gives me another movement because I have a slider.
Yeah, it's a little flatter than a curveball, a little bit harder.
Yeah, so I kind of have a pitch that goes every direction. So it worked out really, really nicely for me.
Yeah, I mean, I like 4 pitches for especially college level, but location is key. You know that. You could throw all fastballs, and if your ball moves a little bit and you can locate, you can do well.
Yeah, playing the zones and just being smart with counts and
knowing your hitter too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You know he likes the ball up and in. You stay away. It's pretty.
Don't throw him the ball up and in.
Yeah, right. I only gave up 1 home run my whole career on the field that you guys play on. It used to be a lot bigger.
Wow. I wish it was a lot bigger now.
It was a split finger that I left up, and it was in our home tournament my sophomore year of Legion. Mm-hmm. I was the only sophomore on the team.
Oh, wow.
We're tied, and we go into extra innings. Ryan Chow just pitched a beautiful game. They bring me in, and I hang a little splitter, and the kid hits about 430 feet. It was terrible. For you personally, what's your goals this year? What do you want to accomplish?
I mean, I just want to win. We want to go out there. We want to compete every weekend. It's it's been tough the last couple of years, and as everyone knows.
I know, yeah.
And so it's like we just want to go out there and compete. We want to go out there and every weekend have a chance to win. And so it's good to see the change this year where we can go out and every weekend we know we're just as good, if not better, than the team across the field, and go out there and just compete every pitch. So.
For you personally, would you rather be hunting big game or birds?
This is a really tough one for me.
Yeah, it's tough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mine's birds, I'll tell you straight up.
So my brother is definitely birds. Like that guy can hunt birds every day of the season if he had the chance. For me, I think I kind of like the big game chase. I got into archery hunting this last season, and just being able to talk to them and get them in nice and close. Like having an animal that big, getting that close is just crazy.
Yeah, I just kind of grew away from big game hunting just because I don't think it's a lot of fun to go trancing around in the woods like chasing an animal. It's not my thing.
Yeah,
I do like the rewards, the meat, of course.
Absolutely.
But I'm lucky enough that my family has some property and damage control, so
that's cool.
elk gets passed my way every year.
Yeah,
it's not a bad deal. So I just really focused on as an adult more on birds.
Yeah, I love the chase. I love getting out there after them, trying to predict find their patterns and go out after them. It's so much fun to me.
You do much predator hunting?
A little bit here and there, but
that's
not as much as I would want to do. Really.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Coyotes in this valley
they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Oh my goodness, I see them all the time.
It's exciting. We throw the old Fox Pro out, and we set up a little fence blind and just sit on the fence line right on the face of Mount Emily, and they just come down that line. They just come right at you. What about pizza? Do you like pineapple on pizza?
I'm not a pineapple on pizza guy.
No. What do you like on pizza?
I like the meat lovers.
Meat lovers?
The sausage.
Favorite food? Like if you could pick anything in the whole world, what are you getting?
I'm going to pick prime rib.
Oh yeah, prime rib's good.
It's great.
I like the ends of the prime rib.
Okay.
Where all the crust is.
That's good.
I mean, I like rare meat. That's not the issue. I just like the flavor that's on the end. And then obviously a prime rib cut up is a ribeye steak, and that's about the best steak you can.
For sure.
Yeah, it's got the fat, it's got
everything.
the marbling. It's so good. If you had to choose one or the other, 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
I'd go 5 years in prison probably. I'd just rather know where I'm at, what I'm doing, and just kind of get through it, not miss out on 10 years of my life.
Yeah, you could better yourself in prison.
Yeah.
You can get education, you can get stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd still be in touch with your family. You wouldn't just fall asleep and wake up 10 years later and not know what the hell's going on.
No, it would be like a culture shock when you wake up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. What about a hero? Who's your hero? Who do you look up to?
That's a good question. Just have certain family members, like my dad and my mom. Those are the people I've always looked up to the most. My brother is a big one for me. I have a really, really tight family chemistry, and so those people that are close to me, I've always looked up to them, looked to them for advice and all that. So those people definitely mean the most to me.
What about where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hopefully with a stable career somewhere in population management, and then I don't really know. I don't know where I'm going to go really after college, but just hopefully I'm stable with a steady income. And
do you want to stay involved in your sport?
If it's possible, yeah. I want to play as long as I can.
Yeah. What about coaching afterwards?
I could see myself coaching for sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. Kind of.
Yeah, you can. You're young enough. You can take it as it comes, man. There's nothing set in stone right now, right?
No, I don't really have a long-term plan yet.
If you could have one superpower, what would you take?
I think I'm gonna go with teleportation.
That's mine too. It's too easy. I don't like heights. I like going places. It's pretty simple.
You can be there in a flash, just like that.
You wouldn't have to use any resources or time to get from here to Australia.
And time is the most valuable thing we got.
100%. And we don't have a lot of it either. No. We really don't in the big picture. You
can't stop.
What about a superhero? If you could be a superhero, what superhero would you be?
Single superhero.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about this one.
There's a lot to choose from.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I mean, you go with like the basic, like Superman. You got the strength, you can fly, you got all, you're indestructible. You don't got to worry about much anything.
Well, if you say Superman, though, what's your kryptonite?
Hopefully, the stone that's on a different planet. So
What's your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness?
Yeah.
That's a really tough one.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Biggest weakness.
It doesn't have to be sports related. It can be life. Like something where you consistently say, man, I got to do that better.
Probably like my kryptonite would be like people messing with like my family. I would, as long like they got to stay away from them. Like I'd have to, like if they were in danger, that would be the problem. Like
Gotcha.
I would have to make sure that they were okay at all times.
Gotcha. Do you got your phone?
I do.
What's the last song that you listened to on your playlist?
Oh, let's see. It was The Greatest Day of My Life by Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan. It's the greatest day of my life. I don't know his songs by like name, but by hearing them. So I've probably heard it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song.
Let's get you a couple more questions and then get you out of here. What's the dugout like right now for you men?
It's great. It's electric, as the guys on the baseball team would say. Like the energy is always up, and especially big innings. It's easy to have a lot of energy, but that's like our thing. We have a lot of energy. We try to pick each other up as much as we can, and just kind of fly around the field, enjoy each other's company while we can.
Yeah, it's. Baseball's all about momentum. I mean, you can talk analytics all you want, but momentum plays such a huge part of the game of baseball. And if you don't stay up, you lose momentum so fast.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't let like a home run given up or a couple runs given up or an error. You can't let that bring you down, or else it's just gonna drag the whole team down. So we just gotta build on things that are good, and when things are kind of flat, just get the energy going anyways. Just like have the guys, especially if you're not playing, get guys going, pick guys up, and kind of bring that energy, and it's kind of we're gonna feed off of that and just kind of roll through it.
I don't remember who said the quote, but there's a quote out there where something along the lines of, in baseball you have to have a bad memory because you don't want to remember the last, which is why they have pitchers only, right? Like they don't want you thinking about going up there hitting, and if you strike out, it carries over into your pitch. You know what I mean? So that's why they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have a pitcher that's a heck of a hitter, and he never even gets to swing the bat because they want you to focus on just your pitching, right?
Yeah. Baseball's a very mental game. Like
100%.
Yeah, you have to be mentally strong if you want to succeed.
It's the toughest game mentally, by far. It's the only sport where you fail 7 times out of 10 and you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Last question. If I was a senior in high school and Coach Tread put me in front of you and said, recruit Dodsey to come play baseball at EOU, what are you going to tell me?
Just work your hardest all the time. You have to love the game, and you have to love to work to get better. Being a senior in high school, you have to know you want it, because it's going to get hard, and you got to be able to push through that, and just do everything you can. Love the game.
Eastern Oregon. He's Alex Farnsworth from EOU Baseball. I'm Dodsey. I appreciate you, Alex. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.